What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to talk about how much HVAC technicians actually make in my region and my journey to this current salary. My HVAC journey started 16 or 17 years ago, give or take. I'm 35 years old now. I've been doing commercial industrial work since 2012, give or take. So I've been in the field for quite some time. I started with my parents' neighbor. He was a subcontractor, residential. And what we used to do was we would slap in new air conditioners on brand new builds. So it was tough work. A lot of the land was not graded. The houses were unfinished. We would put ACs in the middle of the freezing cold winter. It could be the piping hot summer. It didn't matter. They had to go in, and it was more of a piecework job. I was getting paid hourly, but I believe he was getting piecework at the time. So if you guys don't understand piecework, what that means is you get paid per job. And you get a flat rate for that. It doesn't matter how fast or slow you go, you're going to get paid the same. Most people will rush their way through them. I mean, the more you can produce in a day is the more money you'll make. So if you put one AC in at $400 an AC for a day, you're going to make $400. If you can do, four, you'll make $1,600. But at that time, I was getting paid essentially just over minimum wage. I think it was like $2 or $3 over at the time. Minimum wage was $7.25, I think, back then. But I was getting about $10 an hour. And was it worth $10 an hour at that current state and time? Yeah, it was. It was worth $10 an hour because I knew absolutely nothing. I essentially had a process that I dealt with every single day because all these homes were cookie cutters. I would mount my wall brackets, put my AC on, help sling the pipe through the basement, out to the unit. I wasn't allowed to braze at that point in time. And everything was just a pattern. So I could tell you guys a funny story. There was one time a run capacitor wire had accidentally come off on the back of the unit. We went to start it up. No freaking idea why it wouldn't come on. And I could tell you why, because I knew nothing about wiring diagrams. I knew nothing about service. I just knew how to put air conditioners in place. So fast forward a couple of years, I kind of got sick of doing that. I mean, yes, I learned how to install AC units. Brutally difficult work, slaving away every single day, but I couldn't really do it anymore. I had to progress, get into the service side or do something different. I ended up going to a little privately owned college called Highmark. Some of you may have heard of it. It's a fast track G3, G2 program. So that's your gas ticket 3 and gas ticket 2. Went through that process. I think it took me 6 months. And it was kind of cool, actually, because, you would learn new things there. And you could also do co-op or work every other week. So I would go to school for 1 week and then I would work 1 week. So you could make a bit of money while you were doing your college. After I graduated that, I applied for a job in our local union, which is the 787. And I got signed on as a junior maintenance mechanic. So the salary for that was almost double technically what I was making before. Keep in mind though, this is fast forwarding, 2-3 years later. So early 2011, 2012, in that range. And I was making, I still remember this number. It's funny because the journeyman used to make fun of me, but 1602. A friend of mine, Bob, a really experienced journey person, used to call me Davy Boy 1602. But, so yeah, that's where we started out in the journey I am leading up to now. So now I'm going to talk about your first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, and your journey person salaries with the current union I'm with, the 787, right now. I'm going to input every single year salary right now on the screen, and we're going to talk about each one. So with your first year, you're going to be making $24.75 an hour. What's expected of you as a first year apprentice? I would say absolutely nothing. You're essentially there to be yes sir, no sir, get me this, get me that, drive here, drive there, take my garbage away. And during that time process, you will learn too. Some of the nicer guys will probably take you on and maybe bring you along for a service call. You'll help out with installs, but essentially what you're going to be doing is what I did when I first started. You're just a labor boy and trying to pick up any little tips and tricks along the way. By the time you hit second year, you'll probably have accumulated some installation skills throughout first year, You'll probably have a good work ethic, hopefully, because the guys are going to be working you to the bone, but you'll be a little bit more independent. I mean, you'll start to understand basic electricity. You'll probably understand the refrigeration system a bit. And I don't think I mentioned this before, but part of our requirements through the union I'm in is night school. So you have to go to night school years 1 through 4. It's 1 night a week for, I want to say 6 months of the year, maybe 7. But that gives you knowledge too. And second year, you'll be more independent, but you'll still be needing a babysitter, I guess would be the nice way to say it. By the time you hit third year, you'll more than likely have already went to basic, which is a 2 or 3 month program. I can't remember, it's been so long since I went, but it's everyday school, including your night school too. So you have to go night school and then you'll be going through day school for 2 to 3 months at a time. At this point, you'll probably be expected to go on call. You will have a general knowledge of all air conditioning systems and some heating equipment too, the basics anyways. And you'll be more independent. You could be out on your own. You could probably do small to medium-sized service calls. You can start to lead small installation jobs for your company. You'll definitely be doing maintenance too at this point. And yeah, third year is kind of where you start to feel more comfortable, feel like you have the hang of things, and you become more reliable. Getting the fourth year now, you'll be making $45.77 an hour, which is a pretty good salary. You're kind of in that middle zone. Like you might be going to intermediate, or well, you should be at this point, which is your second group of training sessions. And that also is 2 to 3 months long. So by that point, you'll definitely be expected to be on call. Like that's a must. You'll be doing service calls on your own. You will probably be leading construction jobs of various sizes, depending on your skill ability. Maintenances are just expected, and yeah, you kind of are starting to fit in with everyone and getting with the real groove of how your career is going to go. And now for the final 2 terms. So your 5th year and your fully licensed pay. So 5th year is $52.94, just shy of $53 an hour, and full pay right now that I get is $62.40 an hour. So the difference in pay jumps there will not represent your skill gap between 5th year and your license point, which is just 365 days, guys. You will pick up a little bit more knowledge when you go to your advanced program. 5th year might be the most stressful point in your entire apprenticeship career because you're gonna have to write your CFQ, which is essentially what you've been going to school for all those years, those past 5 years. That license there is a 313A. It's a 125 question exam. I believe you're given 4 hours to write it. And once you pass that, hey, voila, you got your 313A and your license just like me. So during your time as a 5th year, you're going to be expected to be on call no matter what. You're going to be leading all kinds of construction jobs. You'll be training the new apprentices at that point because by the time you're 5th year, let's face it, you're too expensive to be doing, run here, run there, grab this, grab that. You should know what you're doing. You really should. And when you get your license after that, hopefully you get it. You get 3 tries, by the way, guys. So you can fail twice, just not 3 times, because then I think you have to restart your apprenticeship program, but you wouldn't want to go there. So study for your exam. But when you get your ticket, it's a great pay jump. Everything that you were doing 5th year, nothing's going to change when you get your license, even though the company you work for might expect you to be a god by that point, but nothing's going to change. The only thing that will improve your skills are, working with other more experienced people, which you might lose the privilege to when you get your license because you're going to be super independent. That's one thing about this job. I'm always working by myself. So I've learned from my mistakes in the past, and I've learned from other people's mistakes and their successes. In my opinion, the only unfair part about a union company or a union contractor, unions in general, are if your skill set is 10 times better than someone else that also wrote their exam, you are not going to make any more money. If you work 5 times harder, you're not going to make any more money. The only benefit to that is you'll be able to extend your career lifelong. So the more skills that you have won't represent a better pay, but you'll always be needed for work, and you can always move around wherever your future may bring you. So that's a general breakdown of my salary and what you can expect to make as a unionized commercial industrial HVAC technician in the city of Toronto, guys. So if this was interesting to you, or you're interested in getting into this field, leave a comment below, like and subscribe, and check back for next time when I got more HVAC content. Take care, guys.